Well, welcome back to Storypower TV. We're out here today at Capernaum Studios, and we're here for their big Independence Day Freedom Fest. Glad to be a part of it. We brought the Storypower mobile studio out here so we can interview some of our guests and patriots, people who love to celebrate Independence Day weekend. And if you don't know it, Capernaum Studios is a Christian film studio. They cover several hundred acres out here in West Texas, and they make film opportunities available. I believe scenes from The Chosen and other major films have been shot right here on the grounds. We're right behind the sound stage where all kinds of things happen in here. The makeup booths and all those other trailers are on the other lot. But we had a chance to set up here and interview people that are vendors, people who are guests, people who are celebrities. We'll be talking with John Fleetwood a little later. He is one of the speakers this weekend, and we're glad to have some time to sit down and chat with him. But right now we have a guest with us, one of America's finest. Her name is Summer Brown, and Summer is with the U.S. Marine Corps right here in Weatherford as a recruiter. She's had almost a decade of service with the Marine Corps, but we want to just talk to her about what is faith, family, and freedom to you. So welcome, Summer. Thank you for taking time to sit down with us.
Oh, you're welcome. It's nice seeing you, and definitely being out at the studios. It's been pretty nice so far.
Very good. So tell me a little bit about why you feel like this is a good place as a recruiter to come and hang out and interact with the crowd.
So part of my job as a recruiter, it's honestly just to meet everybody. Being able to talk to everyone, get to know people, and just kind of help people understand what the Marine Corps is and what we can do to help people either now or especially in the future.
Now, when you joined the Marine Corps, would you say you said 5 to 6 years, maybe 7, that you've been on active duty, have you seen a lot of changes as a Marine?
So as far as some standards, sure, but as a Marine, all my experiences, they've been relatively the same, but every minute I've enjoyed it.
Where have you been?
So I have been to South Carolina for boot camp. I went to North Carolina for training, Meridian, Mississippi for my school. I went back to North Carolina for my first squadron, deployed to the Mediterranean Sea in Libya in 2018. I got to go see Spain, Italy, Sicily, Greece.
Wow.
Came back to North Carolina for a couple more months. Worked up in Quantico in Washington, D.C. recently.
Wow.
Went out to school again for California and San Diego area to become a recruiter, and now I'm here in Texas.
So how long have you been in Texas?
Actually, just a little over a month.
Oh.
I just got here.
Different world, huh?
Oh no, I love it.
You love it?
I love it. So.
Where did you grow up?
I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
Oh, okay. So it's a completely different place than that.
A little bit, yeah.
But you've seen a lot of other places around the world. So what was your take on Europe, Sicily, and Spain, and all that kind of stuff?
Oh, they were beautiful countries, and the people were amazing. They're very friendly, and they love doing the tours and just getting to know the culture as well. That was a great time, and I definitely, one day I hope to go back. I loved it.
What made you choose the Marine Corps?
I definitely wanted to do something different with my life. All my friends at school, in high school, they wanted to go to college, go into the workforce, and I almost went that path, and I actually had an epiphany on a roller coaster ride, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. And so that same afternoon when I had that epiphany, I called up my recruiter. I'm like, I know what I want to do, and that was actually 7 years ago today.
7 years today. Congratulations.
I swore into the United States Marine Corps,
Very nice.
I haven't looked back.
So, as a recruiter, what is the toughest part of your job? Is it finding the people? Is it qualifying the people? Is it getting them to say yes? What's the hard part?
I think there's a little bit of everything. I know with the Marines, we sound a little intimidating, but we want to find the best qualified, and we also want to be able to help people in the long run as well. We want to set people up for success, and definitely make sure they have a good future, whether they want to join or go reserves, or just kind of be a supporter in the local community.
How many of the people that come to you and say, yeah, I think I want to join, I think I'm ready to do this, do you have to turn down because they're not qualified for one reason or another, whether it's medical or psych or physical agility or whatever?
Unfortunately, it does happen. In my few times, I haven't had to really turn down anybody yet. I know a couple people, I put them on little homework assignments, hey, I need you to go get this, and this for me, and usually if they're able to get it, we can continue on with the process and get them sworn in.
What would you say is the trend line for people who are volunteering to join the Marine Corps right now? Is it up or is it down? Or is it flat?
I'd say it's kind of flat, but our job, especially we want to bring that motivation up. We want people to be excited to start a new chapter in their lives, be able to we want to be able to find what they need and what they're looking for. We want to be able to give them those benefits and just help them out, set them up for success.
So what kind of conversations have you had here today?
A lot of them was just like, thank you for your service. A lot of people just asking about what we do, and my 2 poolies that are here with me today, just asking about their time, being with us recruiters, getting ready to go to boot camp and make that next step in their lives and start on those yellow footprints.
So relationship-wise, how's the Marine Corps been for you?
Oh my gosh, the Marine Corps has, they've treated me very well. And I'm so glad I picked them over everybody else, and no offense to them whatsoever. It's just I've came into a very unique family, and I've been accepted by everyone I've came into contact with, and the memories, the experiences, and just even the available resources. It's taking care of me. It's taking care of my parents when I was deployed, my husband now. Like, if I needed something, I can easily find it.
Being in the Marine Corps, is it, aside from obviously deployments, you said you went to the Mediterranean, is it hard being in the military on the family? Is it hard for the family?
It can be, but being able to work together with your family and just being able to build a resilience, and like I said, there are several programs that'll help families, especially with mothers with young children, or even fathers whose wives, just as myself, that are in. We have a lot of programs to help support them with that and get them through, and we want families to be able to stay together and last indefinitely, work out, because it is tough. And my husband, he's prior military as well, and
so he kind of gets it at least.
Oh yes.
Are you getting kids yet?
No, just 2 dogs.
Just 2 dogs. You plan to have kids, or you're not sure?
We're giving it time. We got married fairly young. We've only been married for about 4 years now, but no, we don't mind waiting, especially now in recruiting duty. It's him and I, and then we've got to be able to take care of our poolies and our members of the community as well.
And those are like family in a way.
Absolutely.
So, last question for you. What is freedom to you?
What is freedom to me? That's actually a very good question. Let's see. That's a really good question.
I find for a lot of people, one of the ladies we interviewed earlier, they actually run a home for girls that have gotten caught up in drugs and things of that nature, and ended up spending time. They're coming out of prison with felony records and trying to figure out, how do I start life over? And it's easy for that contrast to say, well, freedom is not being behind bars. It's being able to go pick up a drink at midnight if that's what you want to do, or grab a hot dog on the way home. And it's the freedom to make choices like that. I'm a veteran as well. Desert Storm was my season. And I see so many people who are struggling with what is freedom today. And they look at whether it's religious ideologies or political ideologies or personal philosophies and say, well, freedom is the right to make my own choices. Freedom is the opportunity to come and go as I please. It's the right that I have to hang out with the people I want to hang out with and avoid the other ones. And it's really fascinating thing to listen to people describe freedom. And I think you're probably the first one that became a deep thought question to say, I'm not exactly sure that I know the answer to that.
I would say, given the examples you've told me, I would just say, freedom, having love for your country, and regardless of what's going on, you still have that deep desire, to love the country that you're born and raised in. Because especially veterans like you, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. And I'm sure our members in World War II, World War I, Vietnam, keep going all the way back. If it weren't for them, none of us would be here today. And I think having the love and appreciation for them, and just continuing to support them and just
Well, that's
add to
exactly
love.
why we're out here today, is to celebrate freedom with this group of people who are willing to say, hey, here's our space. We want to show you some reenactments. We want to give you an idea what it looks like. I very much appreciate you taking your time to be here. And as you're wandering around today, if there's anything else that we can do for you, please let us know. Thank you for your service, not only as a Marine in general, but as a recruiter specifically, because we know it's hard to find people who are willing to say, I'll raise my hand, I'll put my life on the line, I'll give what it takes to keep freedom in our country. So thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you again to all of you who are watching Story Power TV, whether you're watching online or you're streaming or you're watching on Liftable or World Trumpet TV. We really appreciate you taking time to do that. We ask that you share it, let everybody know what we're doing here at Story Power. And if you've got a story, we would love to hear your story. We would love to know what's going on in your world, what's going on in your life. We know that stories are life. And when we transform stories, we transform lives. And that's what we're doing right here at Story Power TV. So we encourage you to be a part of it. Send us your story. There's an application online. If you go to storypower.tv, you can apply to be a guest on the show. Maybe if you've got a big event going, we'll bring our mobile studio right to your event and just capture all kinds of interviews while we're at it. I'd love to be a part of that. Send us an email. Let us know how we can help you. In the meantime, keep telling your story, because it is stories that transform the world. I'm Loren Norris with Story Power TV for Tell It Like It Is. Have a blessed day.